Welcome once again to another movies podcast on my Blockbuster TV channel, and I'm so happy that we are here to talk about a new movie content. And in this content, I'm gonna take you to Now You See Me, Now You Don't. This movie is a trending movie, and of course, you should know the franchise of this movie. The last one was released in 2016, and this year, 2025, we have the part 3 of this movie. So for this content, I'm gonna take you through this movie. I'll give you the detailed breakdown about this movie. I'll give you the lessons and also the rating about this movie's content. So guys, as you are watching us, also subscribe, like, comment, and share, and tell us anything you want to drop in the comment section. I'll be so pleased to get back to you. So guys, as you're watching this, also watch to the end of it so that you can understand everything about this movie's content. Okay, sit down, die there, and let me take you to this movie. Let's go. After the last franchise of this movie, Now You See Me, the Horsemen, which comprises of Daniel Atlas, Jack Wilder, Henna Reeves, Merritt, and then Lula. This magical group disbanded and everyone left to find their own different pathway. That was in 2016, over 9 years ago. Then in this new franchise of this movie in 2025, there was a very wealthy and powerful family called the Vanderburg. This man had a wife and a daughter named Veronica Vanderburg. But it happened that he had an affair with their housemaid and she got pregnant to conceive a son named Charlie. This drove the mother of Veronica insane to the extent of committing suicide. As a result of this, Veronica, out of grief of losing her mom, she killed a housemaid who happens to be the mother of her stepbrother Charlie. Then she also staged an accident for Charlie, believing that he died in that accident, but Charlie survived and grew up as an outcast. But he vowed that someday he will return to expose Veronica of the evil she committed and also to reclaim his birthright as a Vodaborg by blood. He later grew up as Charlie Grizzly, a computer expert who spent most of his time in learning and practicing magic, which he claimed he was inspired by the Horsemen. He also made friends with June Lucre and Bosco Leo. They were so good with acts of magic and illusions. The three of them teamed up in using holographic impersonations and magic to deceive people in order to steal from them. When Charlie decided that it was time for his revenge, he went across the world to invite 4 of the Horsemen, Daniel, Jack, Helen, and Merritt, with cards that looked exactly like the genuine ones from the Eye. It happened that Daniel was the first to honor this invitation, though he was really impressed with the level of tricks which Charlie, Bosco, and June were able to pull on their own. Later on, Daniel learned about the Vanderberg family, which was now run by Veronica Vanderberg. He learned about her huge diamond piece worth over $3 million US. So he called the shot, unknowing to him that was Charlie's plan all the way. They impersonately received Mark Seriba from the airport, who happens to be the personal photographer of Veronica, that gave them access into Veronica's dressing room. When Daniel was able to steal the diamond after they swapped the original case for a fake one, on their escape, Jack Wilder resurfaced and helped them, and also Elena Levis, she showed up, and shortly after, Merritt also did the same. Later on, Veronica Vanderberg, she understood that everything that went down in the audition and how her diamond was stolen, they were all linked to the Horsemen. After the escape, the 4 Horsemen regrouped and had a reunion chat on their histories, personal lives, and whatever that led them to their breakup. Then later on, the 4 Horsemen and the new guys, Bosco, June, and Charlie, they teamed up together for the final showdown, only for them to discover that the invitation cards issued to the 4 Horsemen, together it forms a map, and this map was destined to Roseloy in France, and they all got to this location and they worked together from this to their common goal in unlocking and solving puzzles to proceed in this mysterious building at the location. Then they discovered that it was a way to get them all back together by Thaddeus. Thaddeus is a legend in illusion game and one of their old friends. He claimed that the Eye that wants them all to be at the location for a specific reason and assignment. So they all worked together to discover what the Eye wanted them to do. And finally, based on the results they got, it was clear that the Eye wanted them to unmask the activities of Veronica Vanderberg family and the source of their secret world, unknowing to them that this was all planned out by Charlie from the beginning. Shortly later, the police surrounded the building, courtesy of Veronica. Then the police forced themselves into the building in order to arrest them all. Thaddeus, who helped them to escape, in the process he got himself shot and he died. But June, Jack, and Merritt got arrested. Since they were all wanted by the police, so they can't go to the police station by themselves, so they had no choice but to invite Lula, who happens to be the fifth member of the Horsemen, in helping them to break out June, Jack and Merritt from the station, although she succeeded, but unfortunately, Merritt was re-arrested in the station. Then with the help of Charlie, they got the information of Veronica's next big event, which happens to be the launching of a new sports car product at Abu Dhabi. So they had to do this without Merritt. At this sports car event, the team divided in carrying out their mission, or should I call it division of labor. The Horsemen, Jack, Daniel, Helen and Laura, they went to meet with Veronica in order to swap Merritt for the diamond, as she requested. While Bosco, Charlie and June, they went to interfere with the new sport car itself. Then Bosco took the sport car away and used it to cause distraction. Then after Veronica received a diamond, she played a smart game on them. She used the disappearance trick against them to trap them in a cell of deadly sand. And of course, the 5 horsemen were able to figure out a way to escape from this trap. Then Charlie disguised himself as a driver of Veronica and deceived her to enter an underground house. There he told her that he can handle all the evidence against her and her family in exchange for the diamond stone, but only for Veronica to discover that this guy was Charlie, her stepbrother whom she thought she murdered years ago. Veronica, on being aware that Charlie had staged everything happening between them in front of the audience, Veronica disclosed the entire truth to Charlie and even tried to kill him in there, not knowing the world was watching everything as Charlie planned. After the truth were exposed and Charlie reclaimed his birthright with the help of the 5 horsemen and his friends June and Bosco, the 8 of them, they were all together having good time and farewell party, only for them to receive a present at the door, of which they unlocked the present, and it was an holographic message from Diara, who happens to be a friend of the horsemen. So he disclosed to them that the Eye has acknowledged and welcomed Charlie, June and Bosco into the official magic organization. So that was how this movie went down. After the breakdown of this movie, now you see me, now you don't. The lesson I took away from this movie is similar to the lesson of last week's movie review, which is you can't escape from the evil deeds you committed in the past because karma never forgets. She will definitely come for you now or later. In this movie, whatever happened within the Vederberg family was never Charlie's fault. Charlie's mother did not force Veronica's father to get her pregnant. And also, for Veronica's mother to commit suicide, it was a personal decision she made. At the same time, she could have handled the situation in a different and better approach. So for Veronica taking laws into her hands by killing Charlie's mother and also stage an accident for her stepbrother Charlie, these actions were unacceptable. Although she thought she had won, but karma was patient, and karma waited over 20 years before she faced the punishment for her actions. So for the lessons I learned in this movie, you can never escape your evil deeds which you committed in the past because karma never forgets. She will wait for you and she will definitely come for you now or later. And finally, to the rating of this movie, I'm going to give this movie 7 over 10. Despite this movie is nice and entertaining, I find it difficult to believe how Charlie was able to pull off the game he played in this movie. Apart from his friends Bosco and June, who knew about his plans, but how was he able to manipulate the 5 horsemen and Thaddeus in working with him just to expose Veronica Vederberg? I still find it unconvincing, despite the 5 horsemen were considered as one of the smartest team in the world. Anyway, that got me thinking a lot, but apart from that, the movie is good and engaging, and so I'm rating this movie 7 over 10, and I hope you love this movie whenever I take a look at it. Thank you guys for spending the time to talk about this movie's content. I'm so happy that I've given you everything I know about this movie, from the breakdown to the lessons and to the rating about this movie content. And I'm sure that if you're still watching, that means you love it and you enjoyed it. So drop in the comment section and tell us anything that you want to tell us from your mind, and I'll be so glad to talk to you and reply to you ASAP. So guys, thank you so much again for watching. I'll be glad to see you in our next movies podcast by next week. Take care of yourself. Have a wonderful day. Bye.